Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is Shine speaking. So today's video, I only wanted to share a little tip that I learned from one of the podcasts that I picked up from Lewis Howes and Rory Vaden. Basically, the podcast was centered around how to build $1 million personal brand, and you guys don't know, but I've been thinking for the past few days of how can I start and grow my own personal brand, and so I kind of found this podcast, which I've been listening to for the last couple of days, and I know that the biggest struggle that people have when it comes to building a personal brand is what kind of content should you create. And so, in the middle of a gym session, I was listening to Lewis and Roy speak, and Roy brought up this phrase called the curse of knowledge. So, the curse of knowledge is basically when you know more about the information or more about the topic than the other person. So you're assuming that that person knows about whatever you're talking about. So like a couple of weeks ago, I went to buy a journal from a nearby stationery shop, and the dude behind the counter asked me, "Oh, what do you do?" And out of nowhere, I just said, "Oh, I'm an internet marketer." And the facial expression that showed upon that guy's face was completely blank, to be honest. The way he looked at me was like, what is that? So to me, like having been in the game for a long time, I already knew more about the word internet marketer, but the guy didn't, and that just, as soon as Roy mentioned the curse of knowledge, that that moment just popped into my head. Like, damn, I assumed that the kid already knew what an internet marketer is. And so it's the same when you're doing content. Like, you can't assume that people already know about this terminology or about that topic. Like, when people come to me and they say, "Oh, have you been in stock trading, or have you checked out this Bitcoin app?" Like, first of all, I don't know much about Bitcoin. So you're going to have to educate me more about Bitcoin in order to like help me understand what this app does. So like when you're creating content, yeah, a lot of us would like to do stuff that's more advanced, like show how to do this, how to do that. But sometimes it's the most basic content that we take for granted, which others are just getting started on and they have no clue. So if you have like deeper knowledge on the basic terms in your space, just share it in the words that you can, because the other person, um they're trying to understand it their way. So by you just sharing information, even if it's the most basic of stuff, like website hosting, what is a WordPress account? What is a website hosting? Those are terminologies that I take for granted. I already know about, but someone who's starting out in the field of building an online business, they have no clue about. So that's the curse of knowledge, and that's what I learned from Lewis and Roy themselves. So if you're ever in that situation of, okay, what kind of content can I start creating? What can I share with people? Just share the basic terms. Share what you already know. Share what you take for granted. So there's a lot of things that I can go about and talk more about with you guys, but I'm just gonna stop there. So just think about what kind of content that you can create with the simplest of things and share for the pure purpose of helping someone get a better understanding. Okay? So if you want to check out the podcast, it'll be down below this video or it'll be in my bio link. Anyways, that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. It's really short, but remember the curse of knowledge. Never assume that someone else knows what you're talking about. Okay? So with that said, I hope this was very helpful for you guys. With that, leave a comment on what your thoughts are, or even experience of maybe having this type of curse of knowledge with someone. But unless that's all I have to say with this video today. With that said, this is Shine signing out. Take care.